This Rod D, I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard. Know that.
Only thing she loyal to is them dividends. She gon' get it from you or get it from him. Or should I say...
All right, so we got Rod D jumping off the porch with us today.
Yes, sir. What's happening?
Yeah, I'm feeling great. How you feeling today, man?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed. I can't complain, you know. Yeah. Just out here moving and grooving.
Okay, for sure, man. No, I appreciate you coming by, man. You know, we've been supporting your music for a long time, too.
Oh, yeah, man. Most definitely. And shout out to Kato, too, man.
Yes, sir.
Of Traps and Trunks, man. He always shooting my stuff over to y'all, too. And y'all always posting. When I text, you pretty much text back in a timely manner.
Yes,
not
sir.
like most people.
Nah, that's what's good, bro. So what else you got shaking here in Atlanta, man?
Monday, I did the New Music Monday with the DJs, and then Tuesday we was at KOD. Yesterday I did some stuff with the radio guy Stu,
okay, and
we recorded over at K Camp studio, and we just out here networking, rubbing elbows, man. You know what it is, just trying to get back in the motion of things. I've been out the loop for the last 3-4 years,
yeah. So
I'm just trying to get back and touch the people.
Nah, definitely, man. And go ahead and introduce everyone that's sitting up there with you today, too, man.
This is my partner, Big Homie Show. My artist, King Dollar. My other artist, Lil Mart. And, you know, they just came along with me for the little promotional run. Yeah. And we just out here doing our thing. Me and my partner, we got a project on the way. We're doing a group project together. So
okay.
We about to come with it. He out of Dallas, originally from Louisiana, but he been in Dallas for the last 15 years, so you know how that go.
Yeah, definitely, man. All right, so let's talk about El Dorado, Arkansas, man. I had to Google this one. I was like, where's El Dorado?
Hey, but see, you say El Dorado, but see, we say El Dorado.
El Dorado, my
yeah,
bad.
It's El Dorado. See, we kind of get offended when people say El Dorado. We like, man, we ain't.
Come on,
this ain't the Cadillac. This is El Dorado. You know what I'm saying? El Dorado, Arkansas. But to be honest, man, I haven't lived in El Dorado in over 12 years.
Yeah.
But you know, that's still home. I still go down there all the time. I still throw all the shows, and I still rep El Dorado because without El Dorado, I ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna rep that to the day I die.
Yeah.
So I've been in Little Rock though for the last 12 years.
Okay. Right. So what's there to do down there, man?
Well, El Dorado?
Yeah.
Shoot. Get high, get money, you know what I'm saying, and get somebody pregnant. Hey, you ask what it is to do, that's pretty much what it is to do, you know. Yeah. It's a small town. We used to be bigger than what it is now. A lot of people done moved out, a lot of the jobs done left. So it's actually, the population done shrink. But I mean, it's a cool city, man. And I tell anybody, if you can make it in El Dorado, you can make it anywhere on God's green earth. I know a lot of people say that, but if you really can make it out of them environments, you can make it anywhere. Because I mean, the drugs, we was on CNN back in the day. It was a real bad cocaine epidemic way back in the day. And this made CNN news. So it was real bad back then, like for real. So it's real drug infested. And you know, nowadays, you know, with the youngsters that's coming up, you know, there's a lot of shooting going on like it is in every city pretty much. So to me, I feel like every hood the same.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's just all about you surviving it. You know, a lot of people don't survive it.
No, that's real. So what's going on in Little Rock these days?
Shooting.
So nothing's changed there, huh?
Hey, bunch of shooting, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I just said every hood the same, so you know, it's the same thing. You know, I just feel like it's more room to move around. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of stay away from certain stuff if you try. You know what I'm saying? But I love Little Rock. Little Rock accepted me as one of their own, and I love Little Rock. And shout out to rest in peace to my big brother Freq, Young Freq. You know what I'm saying? Freq put me in the game in Little Rock. You know, like we really had a movement going that was real crazy, man. And while I was locked up, I got that email. That's one of the worst feelings in the world, man. And then I got that email on a Sunday, no lie. It was Sunday the 23rd, I think, February the 23rd of 2020. The next day, February the 24th, I get another email, my mother died. the next day. So I lose my best friend, then my mother the next day, and I'm locked in the feds, man. So, you know, that's a feeling like no other. And then they telling you can go home, but you don't make it to the funeral, and the feds play big games with you.
Oh, shit, man.
But you know, it is what it is. Whatever don't kill you, make you stronger.
Yeah. So first off, just talk about Freq, man, because some people may not have been too familiar with him. You know, we had covered him. But just kind of talk about like what type of person he was outside the music.
Man, Freq is a people person. If you know Freq, you know Freq, like for real. And like, man, like he was the Bun B and I was the Pimp C in the situation. Like in our situation, I'm the Bun B and he the Pimp C. You know what I'm saying? He don't really just rock with people like that, and I do. But Freq will gravitate to people. People gravitate to Freq. And like, you know, I ain't gonna say that I'm a lot standoffish, but I just don't really I just don't communicate too much. You know, I speak, I do what I need to do, I handle the business, and like let's just say, for instance, I got your number. I've been having your number, Hayes. I'm not the type of person, hey man, what you got going? What you doing in it? Freq gonna hit you up and he gonna pull up on you. Y'all gonna go have drinks. He gonna do it all, bro, but that's just not me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna hit you when it's time to do business. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hit you, I'm gonna make sure that paper right. You gonna make sure everything what it's supposed to be. And hey, I talk to you when it's time to make another power move. But Freq wanna hit you up, he wanna go have drinks, he wanna go to the strip club, he wanna take you out to eat. And that's a part of my situation that I really do miss. You know what I'm saying? Because he connected the dots for my situation. You know what I'm saying? Like I come into a city and I know a lot of people, I meet a lot of people, but I don't befriend them. Freq do, like, he's gonna befriend them. Yeah, for real.
Sounds like my boy Pooh, man, because that's how he was too.
Pooh. I know Pooh. Pooh was like that. You know what I'm saying? Actually, me, Pooh, and Freq got a song together. You know what I'm saying? We shot the video to it. It was, and you know, rest in peace, Pooh. Pooh was a down to earth guy too, man. They just people person.
Absolutely. So how did you deal with all that? Losing your best friend, losing your mother, while being incarcerated like that? Like,
I mean, to be honest, man, you know, I'm a real spiritual person. You know what I'm saying? So all I can do is really pray. You know what I'm saying? And just ask God to give me strength. And I just keep on pushing. You know what I'm saying? And then I just do what I think that they would want me to do. You know, you get down in your spirit for a minute, but you know your mother wouldn't want you to be sitting here being down and out and depressed and that, you know, so you got to keep on continuing the legacy. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep on doing what they will want you to do. And I see people who lose their minds when they lose a family member or a friend that's close to them. And I feel like that's selfish because you're not thinking about what they will want you to do. You know what I'm saying? You sitting up here thinking about yourself and how you feel because you lost that significant other when you should be thinking about what they would want you to do. You know your mother would not want you to be going crazy. You know what I'm saying? She would not want you to go and off yourself because she's not here. Ain't no way she would even condone it. So why would you even put that on your mind? You know, of course it's gonna hurt, but if you think like that, you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? You know, it'll be all right. Yeah. But it takes a strong-minded person. It takes a spiritual person, whatever your higher power is. You just have to tap into it. You know, everybody got different religions. You just tap into your higher power and just keep it pushing.
I feel that, man. So what was like the biggest lesson you learned by having to go sit down in the feds?
I learned patience. You know what I'm saying? I learned no matter how much money I had, it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because I tried to throw so much money to go to my mama's funeral. I don't care how many of these officers y'all want, you know, because they were telling me it was $3,500 for them.
Yeah, and you got to pay for them.
I don't care. Get them. My old lady had the money to whoever we need to pay. I don't care how many of these people that we need to pay, let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? I learned that money didn't mean nothing once they got you in that system. You know what I'm saying? Nothing, it doesn't matter. You know, I learned patience. I learned that things not gonna go the way that I wanted to go at that time. You know what I'm saying? So I learned how to kind of sit back and just be patient. And that was one of the biggest things. I learned a lot of stuff. I learned a lot about communication, you know, because you locked up with a bunch of different people. You know, you can't just spaz out. You know, I hear I might be got this boss mentality. You can't just you know, you just learn different type of communication and how to deal with people because you in a close-knit environment and everybody, you know, everybody got an attitude, everybody tough, everybody been this drug dealer. But one thing that stuck in my mind when I got in there, I talked to this dude who was a millionaire, like, but he wasn't in there for no drugs and that. He was just on some white collar crime. He say we all the same in here. We all got the word of the green. We ain't in our designer. We all in the same uniform. And that stuck with me. Like, it don't matter, we all the same. Yeah. At the end of the day, his money didn't mean nothing. My money didn't mean nothing. This other person probably in here for a half an ounce of meth. We all the same though. And that's one thing that I learned. And you know, we get out here in the free world and we kind of forget that. You know what I'm saying? We forget that everybody is the same. You know, I might got a couple more dollars than you. I might feel like I'm up here like, you know what I'm saying? But that place right there, if you keep that in your head, you always remember that everybody's the same. And that's why I treat everybody with respect. And that's just how I go about it. You know, I treat the bum with respect. I might talk shit to him just to get a kick out of it, but I treat everybody with respect though.
Nah, respect that, man. What can you tell us about this incident where you got shot in the head? Man,
I was living in Dorado at the time.
Okay.
Somebody, they had broken my house. The young lady I was staying with at the time, you know, they came in the house. They were trying to rob me or whatever. And man, the crazy thing about it, they only got like $100 and probably like 10 sacks. Like it was petty. And the crazy thing about it, like, you know, I'm in the streets, but I always been smart. I ain't finna have nothing where I'm at, where I'm sleeping at. Like, ain't nothing here. You practicing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you practicing, ain't nothing in here. But you know, they were talking crazy to me, this and that and the third, whatever. And next thing you know, I like, man, you know what, man, I ain't tripping, man, God got me. They're like, man, you wanna be a hero? You wanna be I'm like, man, I'm through talking, man, I told you. They shot me in the head, you know what I'm saying? And they put the pillow over my head and they shot me. The crazy thing about it was like, you know, and I said a prayer to them before they shot me. To be, you know what I'm saying, just to keep it real. Like, I like, man, I'm through talking to you. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you do, I'm good regardless. You know, because in my mind, I'm like, if I die, I'm cool. I done made peace with my maker that quick that I feel like whatever happened, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I was in the hospital for about a week. The detectives come and they talk to me and they like, man, the bullet fragment was laying on your pillow. It was just laying on the pillow. Like it hit me in the back of the head and it came out through my ear. It was like a graze because it did go in, but it came out. And it came out my ear, but it didn't puncture like my brain and nothing like that. And it was laying on my pillow. And they said, man, you lucky. I said, nah, man, I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? And they like, yeah, you definitely blessed. Man, you know, my mama always told me I was hard-headed, so I guess that was true.
Nah, definitely blessed for that one.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
So what was like the biggest lesson you learned while being out in the streets then?
Being out in the streets, you learn everybody ain't your friend. It's business, you know what I'm saying? And you know, you meet good people in the streets. I can't say you don't, but being in the streets is kind of hard to tell who's genuine and who's not. So you kind of just gotta get a feel for it. Like a lot of these people on the stage with me, the people that's back there in the back, I met them in the streets, you know what I'm saying? But you could tell who's genuine, you know what I'm saying? You could tell who's really for you, who want to see you make it, you know what I'm saying? And vice versa, I want to see them make it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I always reach back to people, because I mean, I feel like if you get to a certain point where you're successful, you're supposed to reach back, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no use in being selfish, and that's what it is, like, period. And you know, the streets don't love nobody.
That's real right there, man. So, you know, you've been at this rap shit for a while, Rod.
Oh, yeah.
What had inspired you at first to say, all right, let me go in the booth, let me try and get out the streets and turn this shit into some music then?
Well, man, I got different businesses anyway, but the music, I actually started with the music as a business regardless. From the jump, it was always about making some money out of it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I never came in it just to be doing it, because everything that I do, I always do it with a structure. So just I can't say that the music made me get out the streets. I believe that me sitting down made me get out the streets. Me sitting down made me grow up. You know what I'm saying? Because if I would have kept on doing what I was doing and probably not bumped my head where I had to sit down, I'd probably still be doing the same thing, you know? That's just keeping it all the way 100, you know? But it should have been to a point where I got out the way anyway, because I was like, I didn't need no more money. You know what I'm saying? I got 4 businesses that's doing good. Just one of my businesses last year made over $400,000. That's it. That's just one of my businesses. You know what I'm saying? I'm into the trucking businesses. You know what I'm saying? My old lady, we in the hair businesses. We doing schools. We got so much stuff going that it's like, it's really no reason to really be in the street. But I tell anybody, sometimes the money is like a drug. You know what I'm saying? It don't be about nothing else. You already paid. But hustling is a drug itself, man. It's like you chasing a high. Like for real. Like that's just to be honest. Like it ain't no reason. It's just like going to rehab. Going to the feds was my rehab. I mean, just to be 100 with you. That's what it is.
I got you. How'd you link up with Kevin Gates, man? I know you did some shows with him and also collabed on that song.
Well, man, I was doing a lot of the big concerts that was coming to Arkansas. Like a lot of the shows that was coming to Arkansas, I was the investor behind it. Okay. You know, between Little Rock and El Dorado, I would book a show in El Dorado probably that Saturday, and on Friday I would have the same artist in Little Rock. So I would do 2 dates with each of the artists. So I had met Gates like 2010 or 11, and I was booking a lot of shows. Me and my partner JJ out of Pine Bluff, we was just taking Gates to a lot of different places, and we would always talk in the hotel lobby. And I had this song called "She Ain't Right," and I ended up putting him on there. And then I ended up doing a remix to it, and I put Rocco on there as well. And that was a few years later, but that's how I ended up meeting Gates. That's how I ended up meeting a lot of these artists. I ended up booking them for shows, and we end up having a cool little relationship. But like I said, I have their number, but I just won't. I just won't hit them up. I feel weird just, Gates, what you doing, bro? What you got? It's just weird to me, bro. Like I just can't do it. I don't know if it's too much of the street still in me, but it's just hard for me to just. Because if somebody just texts me out of the blue, man, they be like, Rodney, what you got going? I'll be like, nothing. I mean, that's pretty much going to be what it is. It's going to be nothing what to do, bro. And then they might say something else. I might say one more line. So I feel like they might feel the same way, though. But it might not be. I said I'm going to start trying to be a little bit more open. Yeah. But, man, it kills me for me. Like, I have all these people numbers. Like the big homie Rocco. I text him for his birthday, like, happy birthday, bro. Like, he won't hear from me until it's his birthday again next year. But
you're just not for the small talk, man.
Yeah, I ain't for that. I mean, I don't want to, cause if I hit your phone, you know, oh, Rodney about some business. When you see my name or my number pop up in your phone, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, bro, he on something. So you going to answer the phone or you going to text me back because you know I'm not just hitting you for nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody keep hitting me for nothing, I'm not fit to probably even respond back to their text. For real, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't finna keep on, you know what I'm saying? And I hate when people call me on social media. Quit calling me on social media.
Bro, that's the worst. Man. I've never answered one call.
Hey, man, quit calling me on social media, man. That's crazy.
It'd be someone you never even heard of. You don't even know.
Yeah, like, why you calling me, bro? Just send a message. I'm gonna see it eventually, you know what I'm saying? And I'll respond back. Like, it can't be that important that you got to call me on social media. When it's a number in my bio, you can call my manager if you're trying to spend some bread.
Yeah, that shit is wild, man. So what's the music scene like in Arkansas and in, or we can talk about Little Rock too.
Yeah, I mean, the music scene in El Dorado is growing. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of artists down there that's actually being overlooked. My artist, Lil Mark from El Dorado. So I had to reach back home and grab somebody, you know what I'm saying? He young, he coming up, you know, and he 20, he hard, you know what I'm saying? He make a lot of good music. You know, my son Bandman Quez, he doing his thing. And, you know, it's a lot of artists from down that way that got it, you know, just to be 100. And Little Rock, they got a lot of artists too. We got a lot of artists up there as well. I don't want to start naming names because everybody gets sensitive. I'm gonna name my artists, but I can't name all the artists that's in Arkansas because people get sensitive about that. But I feel like what we missing to get to that next level is unity. We don't, you know, just because. See, I ain't never really been into gang banging. You know what I'm saying? I can't say I wasn't a part of a set or something, this and that, which I don't even get into that on camera or nothing. But I feel like no matter what you rep, you should still come together for money or for the bigger picture. And that's what we missing. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff need to be set aside for the business. You know what I'm saying? And until we get to that point, we still gonna be a few picked here or a few picked there instead of us busting through the door. You know what I'm saying? Because we really can bust the door wide open. Yeah. Like Arkansas got talent, man, like real talent. Like it's a lot of talent in Arkansas. And you know, we've been overlooked for years. And
a long time.
For a long time, bro. You know, shout out to Freddie. Freddie bust them doors open. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Freddie got that look. Freddie gonna give it to him. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Freddie, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cootie. Shout out to Big Fizzle. You know what I'm saying? Them boys, they doing their thing. They holding it down. You know, they represent well. And you know, regardless of how you feel about them, like I never even met the other two artists. But when I came home from the feds, I reached out to Freddie. I never knew, you know, before I left, Freddie didn't have his music out on the scene like that. You know what I'm saying? I reached out to Freddie. I didn't know Freddie at all. We never had any dealings. And I like, bro, I like what you're doing. I want to get you on a song. He did a song for me, trap for me. Yeah. He did that on the love, bro. He didn't have to do that at the point of his career that he was in. Like, he did that. So, you know, I always speak highly of him just because of that. Because, I mean, he did something that he didn't have to do. You know, and that's 100 in my book.
Yeah, it's like he's really trying to put on for Arkansas.
Oh, yeah, he definitely is. He definitely is. He doing his thing.
Yeah. Saw you wear with Mo 3, man. How did that come about?
Man, actually, I never met Mo 3.
Really?
My partner here he was cool with him. You know what I'm saying? I had hit Rain up. I was on house arrest for like a year and a half. I actually got released early from the feds due to COVID. So I was on house arrest for like a year and a half, almost 2 years. So when I came home, I'm like, man, I got this track from my in-house producer, DJ Styles, and I'm listening to it. The first person came to my mind, honestly, was Fredo Bang. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna reach out to Fredo. But I knew his album was about to come out. And I'm like, man, I know how it is when people album about to come out, they numbers be crazy. So that's just me being honest, because I'm like, man, you know what? And then I'm up here listening, you know, when I was in the feds, you know, at late night, we gonna have video night. So we looking at a lot of Mo 3 videos. So I'm like, man, you know what? I think I'm gonna go with Mo 3. I'm gonna holler at Mo 3. So I reached out to Rain, and Rain put it together. They do a background check though. Mo 3 them, I ain't gonna lie, they do a background check. Rain like, send me the Instagram, send me this, you know what I'm saying? They want to check me out first before, you know, I guess to make sure that he ain't doing no song with no buster or something, I guess. So he hit me back and like, yeah, he'll do it for such and such. I say, bet, let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So it took him a minute to get it to me, and I'm like, Rain, you said y'all wasn't gonna take no more features or nothing after October the 4th, I think he was putting up. He like, cause they about to work on the album. So I'm like, you know, he like, bro, I promise you I'm gonna get you that feature back, I'm gonna get it back. They sent it back to me October the 8th in 2020. Like 4 weeks later, man, Mo 3 was gone, man. Like it was November the 11th, he was gone. And but you know, they ended up sending the record back, he done it. It was a hot record. You know, I ended up shooting the video, but he's not in it. I haven't released the record yet. You know, I ended up going over to Empire, and we still trying to figure out the logistics on putting the record out. But,
okay.
But we it's definitely coming. The video finished. We got everything. And you know, on my project, on my new project, man, I got some bangers on there, man. Mo 3 on there, Moneybag Yo on there.
Oh shit.
I got Money Man on there. I'm probably gonna re-release the song with me, Kevin Gates, and Rock. I'm gonna throw that on there. And then, of course, my Smart Move Entertainment, my family on there.
Yeah. So is this your last album?
I want it to be.
Why do you want it to be your last album?
I mean, man, I've been more of a background type of person. I like to be in the background. And plus, you know, hip hop is the only genre of music that put an age limit on stuff. So I feel like I'm older and I just want to step back and be more of a CEO. Only reason I'm doing this because all my people like, man, you haven't dropped a project since you came home and people want you to, you know, and I can't lie, I get a check every month. So that kind of keep me going too. Like I look at some of these youngsters, I know they ain't getting the checks that I get. You know what I'm saying? I still get publishing to after Boo Muddy, my partner back there in the back, YK, he hooked that up for me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just like if it make money, that's what it's all about to me. Like, as long as it's making dollars, it makes sense.
Yeah.
And shout out to YK Grim Music. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they helped me put me on the Boo Muddy soundtrack, the first one.
Okay.
And you know, we still rocking like a cut off stocking. You hear me?
Yeah. You got the new single, The Side, out right now with Sean 1K, Ed Dolo, my boy LiveSosa, man.
Oh yeah, that actually was just something I was throwing out because I really haven't officially released a single since I've been out, really. Like the songs that I did one for Freak and my mom when I first came home. I just did that that really was just therapy. And the one with Bankroll Freddie, I threw that out just to throw it out. I just was throwing them out. And this one right here really is a street single with me, Ed Dolo, Sean 1K, and LiveSosa. And I'm really just trying to gear it up, you know what I'm saying? Because I got another single that's coming out in probably about 3 more weeks.
Okay.
So I'm really just starting to gear up right now and starting to drop music, drop singles. My guys been on me about putting out a project, but I like, man, I want to release about 4 or 5 singles before we even think about putting out a project.
No, that's smart. Get the buzz back.
Yeah,
up,
exactly.
Man.
I want to get that going. You know what I'm saying? Get a lot of stuff going first, making people want the project.
Yeah.
Instead of just throwing out a project and then taking the singles off of the project and then I want to shoot 5 to 10 videos and be loaded and stopped.
Nah, for real.
For real.
So what do you look for in an artist if you're going to add them to the label then?
I look for flavor. I look for how you dress. I look for you got to lead. I'm not really too big on the Instagram numbers, but they do help. You know what I'm saying? I do want you to at least have 3,000 followers on Instagram, at least. You know what I'm saying? That means at least your hometown behind you if you got 3,000. You know what I'm saying? At least that. Like I said, and I'm looking at the work ethic. You know what I'm saying? I don't need nobody that'll get on here and you a great artist, but you don't never want to leave home. That ain't gonna do you no good. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to be out here to promote your music. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not reaching outside of a 100-mile radius, what are you doing this for? Are you just doing this for your people and your likeness? Like for you, like I don't understand. Like if I'm an artist, I want to be worldwide known. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be just known in my area. You know, that defeat the purpose. You doing this to get some hoes. I'm doing this to get some bread. You know what I'm saying? That's period, point blank. Like everything I do is money motivated. Period.
And loyalty. Leave that out.
Yeah, we definitely, you know, you gotta be loyal. You gotta be loyal. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't loyal, then everything over here is a family. You know what I'm saying? Everything is family. Like if you not even on no family oriented type stuff, then you don't need to be over here no way. You know what I'm saying? We like to laugh, we like to joke. You know what I'm saying? We gonna talk shit. And it just come with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like being around a bunch of stiff people. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to have fun, man. So if you ain't with it and you just too hard and too gangster, this ain't the place for you. Cause you know what I'm saying? Like I was telling my youngster earlier, I'm like, man, I know some real killers, for real. Sit up here, laugh, crack jokes, and still shoot you in your face. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be all stiff and tough and all this all day. Like, man, come on, man, fall back. You know what I'm saying? And just enjoy life because it could be over soon we walk out this door. You know what I'm saying? And you sitting up here uptight and stiff and you didn't even enjoy your life because you wanted to prove something to somebody and like, well, I ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. You know what I'm saying? I know what I do to you. I'm gonna stand on business every time. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man first. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even about nothing else. I'm a man. I remember they were telling me the other day I had on all my jewelry. I'm walking somewhere. I like, man, this shit insured. Yeah, for real, I got insurance on this shit. I'm a man, bro. Like, psh, don't play with me. I'm a man. That's all I'm gonna say, man. That's it. But I'm gonna respect others. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we gonna stand on what we stand on.
Understood, man. So what's some of your goals for the label? How far, where are you trying to take this shit to? Man,
I'm trying to take this shit to, goddamn me, to the top, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, I'm trying to take it. I want to have, you know, I like what Gotti got going. I want multiple artists that are going platinum, that's going gold, that's millionaires. I want to be able to make stuff happen for other people's families. They feeding families and other families. It's all about that, man. It's all about stability. It's all about everybody being able to eat. Ain't nobody jealous of the other because you put more attention to the other artists and this and that. Everything is timing. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is timing. If I'm pushing this one artist, you gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? While I'm pushing him, that don't mean not put out no music. That don't mean not keep doing what you're doing, because you need to generate a buzz for yourself as well. If I see you doing you, I'm gonna kick in and help you on what you got going. But that's just what it is. That's what I like about Dollar. Dollar don't call me all the time. He the script club guy, for real. My boy, he Dollar just be working. You know what I'm saying? He stay on his thing. He stay doing his thing. And he'll just hit me, hey, bro, check this out, check this out. He stay doing what he's supposed to do. He not waiting on nobody. And that's what you got to do. Everything that we do is just supposed to intensify what you already got going. You know what I'm saying? It's too many people looking for a stepdaddy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you like, hey, man, I ain't fit to hold your hand, man. You ain't no kid. You got to get out here and do what you need to do. You know, that's what's going on. And then you always, like even with the Gotti challenge, and it's no offense to nobody, I understand, but everybody got their hand up, pick me, pick me, pick me. But what have you done for somebody to pick you? You know what I'm saying? What kind of work have you put in? You know what I'm saying? What kind of numbers are you doing? And you know, everything is about numbers these days. So when we was coming up, shit, we was hand to hand with CDs out the trunk. Mm-hmm. I'm in the rain grinding, you know what I'm saying? For real. And like now, it's just, I wish I would have been in this era, how they got it now, where you could just get on and go viral. You know what I'm saying? It takes one thing and you can go viral and you out of here. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like the Island Boys.
You see, their time seems to be running out, though. You know what I'm saying? They got to come up with something else.
Hey, but they had a time. Mm-hmm. They had their 15 seconds of fame, and I'm sure they got some money. So what they need to do is make sure they make smart investments, because it's all about the investments. You know what I'm saying? You go buy you some property, go buy you some trucks, and hey, man, do what you got to do.
Real shit, man. All right, Rod, you got any shout outs, any last words before we wrap it up here, bro?
Yeah, man, shout out to Don Key, my in-house producer. Shout out to DJ Styles. Shout out to my partner YK. Shout out to Wally Coyote. Shout out to my cousin Prophet. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Bandman Quest. Shout out to Kid B. Shout out to Papa Hussein. Shout out to Lil Mark, King Dollar Show. Cocaine White Films. You already know what it is, man. Smart Move Entertainment. We on the way, baby. Know that. If I forgot y'all, man, blame it on my head, not my heart. Dizzle.
Only thing she loyal to is them dividends. She gon' get it from you or get it from him. Or should I say them, she'll fuck your friend.